For some reason, video game theories have always caught my attention, whether it be if the Mario games are actually a play, or wondering why Ash Ketchum always stays 10 years old. But this, however, this might be the one theory that has piqued my curiosity the most. Who is the Master Hand? Super Smash Bros. Is notorious for bringing all of our favorite characters together to fight. We have Bowser from the Super Mario franchise, we have Ganondorf from The Legend of Zelda, and we have Pikachu from Pokemon, all in this game, among others. But think about the main villain from the Super Smash Bros. Franchise, the Master Hand. What's he from? And who is he? You encounter the Master Hand at the end of each classic mode. That's how it's been in each of the Super Smash Bros. Games. Today, we're going to be starting with Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64 and work our way up to Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I've had quite an earful of this theory. Some things in this video have been noted by other people, but I'm going to be adding my 2 cents in as well, so let's begin. Let's start with the original Super Smash Bros. The opening cutscene for the game begins with, yep, you guessed it, the Master Hand. This hand is moving around, in some room. Whose room is it though? I want to take a moment to look at this wall. It's yellow and has bluish stripes on it. This is likely to suggest that we're looking at a former nursery for an infant. Of course, that isn't the case though because of the regular bed off to the side and the toy chest sitting on the ground. There's a small desk in this room and it has a lamp, a few books, and a few other things which makes me think that this Master Hand is someone who is old enough to read and likes to play with toys. Most think that the owner of this hand is a child, around age 6 or 7. The hand then moves the few things that are on the desk off to the side, and with a snap of a finger, the kid's imagination takes effect, bringing the fighters to life. There are 12 total fighters in Super Smash Bros. 64, and why does that matter? I'll get to that in a minute. But that single cutscene alone is probably the most evidence that we have that suggests that Master Hand is actually a child, and the fighters come to life because of his imagination. With that said, let's go take a look at one of my favorite GameCube games, Super Smash Bros. Melee. So, let's just pretend that the person controlling the Master Hand, for now, is about 12 or 13 years old. Since he's older than he was in Super Smash Bros. 64, he has a much larger imagination. Take the opening cutscene from Melee now. In the very beginning, you see a hand grab a Mario figurine for a split second. Then, it's tossed into the air and brought to life. Also, because he's older, he has a bigger collection of video game mascots, hence the newcomers in the game. The boy is a big Nintendo fan and soon to be a huge collector. You'll see why that is in a minute. But again, the hand controls the characters in Smash Bros. Melee as well. It's the hand that controls them. Here's a curveball though, that I don't think is plausible, and I actually kind of think it's stupid, but it's something to think about. Is this game implying that we are the Master Hands? We do use the controllers in the given systems to maneuver the fighters. That's just something to think about, but not what I was trying to get to. So anyway, let's go to the trophy room in Smash Bros. Melee. You see tons of trophies, but also a GameCube in the back, a couple Game Boys, and a TV off to the side. But the main attraction is this massive table displaying all of the trophies, or action figures, or whatever you'd want to call them. Those are really the only observations I made from Melee, but that's just to determine the fact that, well, he's collecting. His collection's getting bigger. More things are happening. So now it's time to look even deeper into this theory with Super Smash Bros. Brawl. All 3 of these games have the same concept, bringing action figures to life. By this point, our subject is around, say, 18 years old? Why 18 though? Well, take a look at the roster. Snake is in this game, suggesting that the Master Hand is old enough to play M-rated games. If you ask me, the cutscenes are really the true explanation for everything I'm talking about here. That's where most of our ideas can be formed, so let's take a look at them again. Like the other 2 games, Mario transforms from a figurine to a livable, movable thing. But this time, I want to take a look at the ending cutscene. And please do not tell me these are spoilers, because they've been on the internet for a good 6 years by this point. In the ending cutscene, there's an introduction of a new character exclusive to Smash Bros. Brawl, and it's also a boss. Taboo. Taboo's not playable, but he's just a boss. Keep that in mind. So, this is perhaps the most confusing part of this entire theory. Who is Taboo, and what relevance does he have to the game? Look at this cutscene. Taboo's controlling the Master Hand. Who is it? Some think it's a bully. Are they trying to make the person who is the Master Hand quit messing with these action figures? Perhaps they think he's too old. Who knows? Or is it an angry parent? You might not assume this being angry, but this alone says something. Taboo then spreads all these figures out. They're all in different areas of the game, of the world, or whatever. Well, now what? The Great Maze is born. Does the Great Maze represent the Master Hand trying to find all of the figurines that the boy threw away? Or the parent, like I said? I'm not sure, but this entire thing is something interesting, and very puzzling to figure out. But, will we ever? Who knows? That's pretty much it. But there's one thing I did not mention. If we know that the Master Hand is a child and the gameplay is the imagination, who is the Crazy Hand? I'll leave that to you to figure out. Thank you all so much for watching, and be sure to let me know your thoughts on this mysterious idea down below in the comments. See you later.